What if everything you thought you knew about human history was wrong? What if the evidence was right here, carved into the very heart of a mountain in India?
Before deep diving into the topic, please do subscribe.
This is the Kailasa Temple, not built, but unveiled. A cathedral sculpted from the top down, from a single, colossal rock. And according to legend, it wasn't the work of decades, but of a single, desperate night. The story begins with King Krishna I, struck by a terrible illness. His queen, praying for a miracle, was told to build a grand temple for Lord Shiva, but she made a desperate vow: if my king is healed, I will fast until a replica of Shiva's celestial home is completed. Miraculously, the king was healed, and the queen began her fast. The king was now in a race against time. His queen's life depended on the completion of a temple that should take generations to carve. He summoned his greatest master builders, but they were stumped. Then an architect named Kailasa came forward with a radical, seemingly impossible plan. He wouldn't build from the ground up. He would command his workers to start at the top of the cliff and carve downwards. They would dig 3 massive trenches, isolating a gigantic block of stone from the living mountain, and from that block, they would sculpt the entire temple complexo from the inside out. The work began. The sound of 1,000,000 chisels filled the air. The queen grew weaker, and then, something extraordinary happened. On the 3rd day of the queen's fast, as hope was fading, a miracle was declared. The temple was complete. The legend, exaggerated over time, would later claim it was built in a single night by the gods themselves. The queen broke her fast, the king had his miracle, and the world was left with a mystery. But here's the problem that has baffled archaeologists for centuries. The scale is insane. 200,000 tons of rock were removed. It is twice the area of the Parthenon in Athens and 1.5 times its height. Every detail is perfect. The pillars, the bridges, the massive elephant statues, all are part of the original rock. One mistake, and the entire structure would be ruined. And the most baffling clue of all, there is not a single written record of its construction. It's as if it simply appeared. We see this pattern across the ancient world. The pyramids of Giza, Stonehenge, Sacsayhuaman, monuments of such staggering scale that we struggle to explain them with the tools we believe they had. So, how did they do it? The official story says it was 7th century workers with hammers and chisels over 18 years. But that story starts to crumble. The how is the great secret of Kailasa. For years, experts have proposed theories. Was it a lost technology? To find the answer, you have to look at the temple itself. Because the mountain holds the secret. And the secret isn't just in the design, it's in the stone. A secret, revealed by geological analysis, is that the builders of Kailasa didn't just carve any rock. They specifically chose a section of the mountain made of vesicular basalt. This type of rock is unique. It's filled with natural holes from when it was molten lava. When freshly quarried, it's significantly softer than solid basalt, almost like hard sandstone. The master builder Kailasa knew this. His workers would have soaked the rock surface with water or a mild acid like vinegar, softening it further, allowing their chisels to bite deep and work with astonishing speed. They weren't just chipping away. They would carve deep channels, then drive in wooden wedges. When the wood was soaked, it would expand with immense force, cleanly splitting off entire sections of the mountain. This was their lost technology, not alien lasers, but a profound understanding of geology, physics, and leverage. They didn't fight the mountain, they coaxed the temple out of it. So, was it built in one night? No. But the legend points to a truth more incredible than fiction. It wasn't the work of gods or aliens, it was the work of human genius. A genius so profound they could look at a mountain and see a cathedral. A genius that could turn the weakness of the stone into its greatest strength. A genius that, with simple tools, created something so impossible that the only explanation left for our modern minds was a miracle. The Kailasa Temple doesn't prove the existence of ancient astronauts. It proves the limitless potential of ancient humanity. It stands not as a mystery, but as a monument to what we are capable of. The real question is, what other secrets are we just beginning to understand? Thanks for watching. If you were as blown away by this as I was, hit that like button and subscribe for more journeys into our incredible past. See you next time.